2 years ago, we broke ground on what would become our dream, building our home from the ground up, fully off-grid and fully permitted. Along with that came one of the biggest hurdles, installing our own septic system.
With the clock ticking on our 2-year permit deadline, we've been grinding hard to wrap up both the house and the septic before time runs out.
In this video, we're diving deep into our DIY septic install, what we've learned, what we do differently, cost breakdown, and if we will pass inspection. Before we go into how we built this alternative septic system, we need to give you some reference as to why we had to do this in the first place.
He dug one hole where we would prefer to put our septic system and hit like a rock shelf immediately.
It's a lot better over here.
Yeah, we did another spot about 30 feet farther away from the wash, and I think so far so good. We haven't hit anything yet. He's got some boulders and stuff in there, but he got them out. You're at about
9 feet.
Yeah, 9 feet.
We'll say 9 feet. I'm gonna still dig down. I'm gonna see if I can get down there. 2 more feet. Yeah, if I can get 2 feet, I think we'll be in good shape. If I can dig down a little bit more.
We hired a septic company to install a traditional system, and when they came out to test our soil, they couldn't dig deep enough to complete the percolation test.
Hey, bro, we did move to a different side, and it was better. But I only could get to 9 feet down. Is that good? Is that good enough?
At this point, we were ready to give up, but instead decided to pivot and follow the alternative path. In the state of Arizona, kitchen sink water is considered black water. So this is just like a traditional system, but scaled way down to accommodate just our kitchen sink water. One of the crazy things about this county is in order to get a house building permit, you have to also have a legit septic system installed and permitted. So this is literally like the simplest, smallest system we could get and still get our house permit. So that's what we went with.
Before we moved to the county, they used to allow a 55-gallon sink water septic tank. And by the time we applied for our permit, it was a 200-gallon tank. So the biggest challenge for us in all of this is we couldn't find anyone that sold a tank this size. The minimum tank that we could find that was pre-made was 800 gallons, and the company that we hired originally to install our septic system would not install anything that small.
So that is why we decided to use just a 275-gallon IBC tote. And once we got the tote, we had to hire a friend who had better tools than us to help us dig the holes. Kyle came out with his excavator and he made quick work of getting through that caliche layer. We could not have ever done that by hand. The drain field section of our plan called for 20 feet of infiltrators, which are like half barrels that kind of snap together. And that was actually the most expensive part of our entire septic system.
Once we got everything into the ground and to the correct level, we started putting it all together like Legos.
This is already glued, so I'm gonna put, I hope this works. I don't really know if it's going to, but I'm gonna prime both of these pieces so that they can glue together once they're stuck in there. Do this one like that. This goes on the inside. This is gonna be really hard to get in there. I don't even know if I'll be able to fit it in, but if it don't, then we'll have to cut a bigger hole. I have a feeling I'll be able to get this though. I'm pretty sure.
You're too confident.
This is butyl rubber caulk, so you could just put like an O-ring in there, I think. I'm sure that would work fine, but this is definitely gonna work. It's literally like liquid rubber, waterproof, just to make sure it's gonna be real waterproof. Like that. See? Now, here's the hard part. Well, I've seen tutorials on people doing this, and some people cut this out and put like a riser cap on there. I'm gonna see if I can get away with not doing that because I don't want to have to buy a $300 riser cap. I'm trying to do this on a budget. I mean, I can reach it.
All right.
Let's just see, can I get this down in the hole? I don't want to.
drop it.
I know, right? Oh yeah, I can get it. I just gotta. If I drop it in there, I'll have to fish it out with something. It's not the end of the world if I do. It's not like it's not like there's water in there or nothing yet. So the other piece is already full.
Feel that real good, boy. Every surface.
Already a little nervous about my hand getting in there with it, but
Got this.
I'm gonna like reposition my hand.
Kung Fu grip on that bad boy. Well done.
The idea is that you don't want it to just drain from the top because that's where the solids and scum and stuff are. You want it to drain from somewhere in the middle of the tank, which is where the effluent stuff will be. So this way it's got the downturn. It can only come from the middle of the tank. It's just less likely to clog the leach field this way. Cool. I don't know if it's gonna fit.
That's not fitting at all. What are we gonna do?
Order that really expensive part for the hole.
Oh boy.
There might be. Is there not like a Tetris way?
No, I don't think so. That's why I was like, I don't know how you're gonna get it with the T. T is the problem.
This has to go on the inside of that, so I guess I gotta cut this out. I can re-glue this lid on there, I guess.
Where it's at.
Is there a way we can like shine a light from inside there and maybe like a shadow? You know what I mean? Like from underneath the tube, because it's pretty close. It's only like an inch down. I don't know what's the name of the hole here. Find the tube and we'll stick it in there. Isn't that crazy? It's like
That's our riser.
well, it's like the mold. The riser will actually be concrete when it's done.
Yeah,
This is the mold for it. Well, now that all the internal tubing is all glued together, we put the access port in the top. It's time to get down to business. We're gonna wrap this thing in like hardware cloth and some kind of welded fencing wire to get it ready for the next step. We'll do that when we get
Never overuse this, that's for sure.
yeah.
No way.
We'll fill it up. All right, guys, today is the day we're actually gonna get this thing completely ferro-cemented in. We got the full tank all wrapped in wire. I think we went all the way down to 1/4-inch hardware cloth. It's all tied together, very firm, and this is gonna be like the substrate that the cement product will stick onto. So we're gonna build about a 1-inch thick shell that's gonna be meshed into this kind of wire stuff. So it's gonna be ultra, ultra strong. We're actually gonna get some help today. Our friend Mike, who is known as Blind Homesteader on YouTube, he's gonna come over and lend us a hand with the mix, getting our mixtures exactly right, and give us a little advice because he's done ferro cement before and we have not. So excited to get some work done. We just wrapped up day 1 of the actual cement process of our ferro cement septic tank, and it's a lot. We did save a lot of money doing it this way, but I would say it's way more labor than I would have thought. It is coming together really well. It's looking awesome, but it's not for people that aren't familiar with working with cement. I think it was hard, but it's looking awesome. So one more day of work and we're gonna get this thing all buttoned up. I'm gonna do a final coat over the outside to get everything real smooth looking and polished, kinda, just a nice finish. And the backside is not cemented at all. Not yet, because that's the narrowest area. So I'm gonna have to reach in there with my skinny arms and try and get that all cemented properly. And I think we're gonna call it good after that. This is the final form of the septic system that we built. I think came out pretty good.
I think it looks great, and it's going to serve its purpose, keeping the tank protected.
Our inspection is tomorrow, and we are understandably a little nervous. And the reason is because if this doesn't pass or if there's some major issues, we only have a couple days left before our septic permit expires. And if it does expire, we can't just renew it. You have to start over, and then we'll have to follow the newest regulations, which this would not actually work for the newest regulations because they're moving so quickly now.
So lots riding on this inspection. It needs to pass or we are screwed.
Or I'll be out here with a jackhammer disassembling it, I guess, if it doesn't pass. But what would we have done different with this thing?
Honestly, if we had more money and that wasn't, an issue, I would say build some forms and just pour concrete blocks.
Like around the IBC tote?
Yeah.
So,
because the wiring was a big deal and it took us several days to get it done and it cut us all up and it was hard. It was not fun. And
the ferro cement itself is very labor intensive. Total costs of this whole thing, we added it up and as of right now, it's $966 all in for the entire system. And for under $1,000, I think it's a win if it passes.
Yeah, if it passes. Stay tuned.
We'll check back in with you tomorrow after the inspection. The inspector came, checked out our system. We went through the whole thing, and we passed. We passed the inspection.
So relieved.
Oh my goodness. I will say that we passed by the skin of our teeth. It wasn't like with flying colors, because the regulations for what the county here approves change every year. So if we were to try and build this exact system with today's permits, it would not, they actually wouldn't even have approved it. So we barely got in, and we literally have days left on our permit. So if this had not passed, I don't know what we would have had to do. We have to like go back, redesign the entire system, start from scratch. For anyone else that wants to replicate this system, you won't be able to.
Unfortunately.
But we passed.
Yeah. Yeah, we passed.
Yeah, so we're gonna start burying this bad boy.
Yeah, we got still a lot of work to do in order to put this behind us. We got to put all this dirt back in the hole.
We're gonna go celebrate.
Woo! Let's go celebrate!